Right, good morning. Just in the office here now, just a couple of quick points. Got to go out, we're going to go out and look at some machinery, but just having a quick look at YouTube on the computer. And for those of you that maybe don't know, with YouTube, if you submit your videos and whatever, you can go into what I call YouTube Studio, which shows you all the analytics of our channel. The times of day people watch, where our viewers come from, age of our viewers, absolutely, who else they watch. There's a mine of information, really good information behind the scenes of what we can look at to decide how we maybe want to change our videos, time of day we put our videos on, that sort of thing. There's more there than I sort of really need. As you know, we're only very small at YouTube, but there are some of our friends and colleagues who are massive, absolutely massive at it and do really well. But the bit that I just find fascinating is that I can look at the screen here now, and I'll just show you a clip in a minute, and it shows the countries where people are watching GCS machinery from, and it's amazing. It's amazing, and it's a long list, and it tells us the watch time and hours, how long roughly they watch for, etc, etc. And I find it quite fascinating. But the biggest country for GCS machinery is United Kingdom. Then we have Ireland. Then you go with the United States, and we've got a lot of viewers in the United States, which is really good. And surprisingly, we go to India. Don't ask me why that one. Then we just literally scroll right down to, we go India, Australia, Canada, Nepal, New Zealand, South Africa, Bangladesh. They watch GCS machinery in Bangladesh. Netherlands, Pakistan, Germany, France, Somalia. Odd one. And it just basically goes down. There's this whole long list of countries here, and it's just absolutely amazing where in the world people are watching GCS machinery on our channel. Our channel's tiny. We really are tiny in the scheme of things. Strange, absolutely strange how that works. The country that watches us the least is Trinidad and Tobago. So if you are watching in Trinidad and Tobago, if you could get some of your friends and colleagues to watch more, you'd probably get up the ratings a little bit higher. But absolutely amazing where in the world. So if you are watching around the world, please put the comments below. Let us know where you're watching from. That would be fantastic, and see how that correlates to this list we've got here. So I'll just show you the list. So here is the list of all the countries that GCS machinery is watching. There you go, and it carries on. And then we've got all the numbers there that we can look at. So that's the list. So amazing. The other thing that's quite surprising is that 74% of our viewers haven't subscribed, and yet a large portion of those return every time to watch the video. So if you haven't clicked and subscribed, please do so. We're nearly at 7,000, nearly that close. So anyway, I know it's a little bit random, but I just found that quite interesting, the fact that it shows us where in the world, and it absolutely amazes me where in the world people are watching us from. So anyway, let's go look at some machinery. Right, I'm off to auction, look at some machinery. Pulls off to drop a Bowser off to a customer. So a 2,000 litre fuel Bowser on its way to its new home. Been shot blasted, been painted. Right, we're back at Ritchie Brothers in Maltby in Yorkshire to have a look what they got on their sale. Their sale is tomorrow. It's an online only, so being here, bidding can't be done. Used to be really good. Pretty lot more auctions weren't going back live, but COVID seems to be the excuse that they've all stopped. but I'm convinced stuff makes, no, rephrase that, I would certainly buy more stuff if I stood next to it at the sale, because you can't look at everything here, there's too much of it. And I certainly think if things went through and they were cheap, you stood next to them, you'd buy them. Whereas online, if it looks cheap, you think, what have I missed? What have I should have looked at? What was wrong with it? You know, and obviously it's too late. So you don't buy so much. But you look behind me, there is a huge array of all sorts of machinery here. So I'm gonna have a quick look around, have a look at some of the bits that we'll have a bid on tomorrow and see if we buy. Right, well, walking around Ritchie Brothers, okay, and there's a very nice gentleman called Darren who come up and said, we watch you on YouTube. So, this is Darren.
Hello, Ben, Joe, Ellie. See you later on.
His children watch YouTube, and now he said he's going to say hello to his children. So there you go. So, if his children are watching, make sure you press the subscribe button, okay?
Indeed. My pocket's not as deep as this man's though, but I'll see what we can find.
Oh, I wish. Yeah, there we go. Right, we have a quick around on these telehandlers here. Quite an assortment there, quite an assortment of sizes. So have a quick look. Various other people here trying out the equipment. A vast array of sizes. I think this one's obviously been on the, my money would be this has been on the council depot. Loading rock salt. It's savage, that stuff, absolutely savage. Look at that. Well, if it hasn't been in a rock salt, it's been on a fertiliser factory, I would imagine. But yeah, savage. A few more dumpers, yes, I know this is all very similar to what we've seen before, but maybe someone hasn't seen it before, so we'll show it again. That looks tidy. JCB 3CX Eco. That is tidy. I bet that hasn't done much work. What year is that? 72 plate. That is good. I do like that. Oh, it's got servo controls. I'll jump in and show you those. So, this has got the servo controlled JCB. So, years ago, right, well, we're sat in this JCB now, and as you can see, it's got the servo controls on the arm. Oh, hang on, the phone's ringing. Right, back to these controls. So, obviously you've got your JCB, you're sitting in face forward position, as you normally have always done with JCBs from year dot. And then when you want to use the back actor, you just spin round. Now, years ago, you'd have a pair of levers here, and you still get them with the levers on, don't get me wrong, you still get them on the levers on. But I think because the lever patterns were different, alright, I'll try it this way around. Because the lever patterns used to be on a diagonal, you used to find that a lot of drivers would find it difficult to move from a 360 pattern, which was on a cross, on a straight cross, to basically a plus sign, to a 3CX or 3C, which was on an X cross handle. So I think JCB have sort of changed the format a little bit, I believe, to these back levers like that there, so that it's easy for a driver who's used to a 360 to drive a 3CX. So yeah, first time I've sat in one. Do I like them? Without having the key for it, and the keys aren't in these machines, unfortunately, whereas some of the auction houses come in, they've all got the keys in them, you can try them, it's easy. Here at Ritchie Brothers, I think you've got to go and ask for each individual key, and as I think JCB keys are chipped, it becomes a long walk each time to go and get keys. So I think that's something if I was Ritchie Brothers, that's something I would certainly change. I think we'd certainly like to try the machines a lot easier. But yeah, so good clear visibility at the back here. Okay, so good visibility, I have to say, without having the levers in front of you. And I suspect it's probably a lot less fatigue for the driver sitting here, his arms down by his side, as opposed to having your hands out here like we used to have to do. So right, so a little bit of market research here then, for the people that drive JCBs nowadays. Which lever patterns do you prefer? Do you prefer the old cross pattern levers, or do you prefer the servo controls? I generally don't know. Be good to hear. Be interested to hear what people's views on that. So in the old box below, please put down what lever pattern you prefer on a JCB 3CX. Thank you. We have progress. We found we had a key in our pocket that fits JCB, and where I was expecting it to be a chipped key, it's not. But there was actually a keypad on the side of the machine here. So that was a result, wasn't it? So now we can try it. Easy, I have to say. I definitely prefer the servo controls. It's almost like driving 360, very simple, very effortless, and I would say a big improvement. So what do you think? Let us know in the box below. What do you think of the servo controls? If I was buying a new machine, I think it'd definitely be the way I was going. So yeah, very impressed with that. Very impressed indeed. And then when you're back facing the front, you're back onto as a normal 3.6 would be. Just got these levers here, but levers here, but that we never used to have. But I'm sure you'd very soon get used to them being there. So yeah, big thumbs up on the servo control 3CX. Definitely a big thumbs up. Okay, this is a learning day. Every day's a learning day here. What I've just worked out is that when you turn to the front, you switch the. Well, every day is a learning day, a learning curve, okay? So what I've just learned is that when you face the front, there's a switch you change over, and the right hand lever then becomes your front shovel lever. So yeah, love it, great machine. So once you turn round, this button here you change from the back to the front. And then this lever here operates your front bucket. So the other one used to be over here. Used to be over here a lot more. So I'll show the camera, it helps, doesn't it? The other one used to be over here a bit more. So I definitely think that's a big improvement. So there we go. Right, so there we have the 3.6 servo control. They certainly have come a long way since my old 3C Mark II, and I wonder where they will end up. But yeah, great machine. Enjoyed playing with that. Enjoyed learning about that. So see what it makes in the auction. There's a golden oldie lurking here behind this crusher. Look at that fur, eh? We don't see many of these days. I'm guessing that's probably a D6. I don't know. I'll have a look on the catalogue when I get home. Look at that for an animal. So what sort of vintage would that be? Anybody know? How old would she be? Tracks look half okay. Let's look at the cab of this one. What a contrast of how machines were compared to that 3CX, eh? Look at that. What a contrast in machines. How she's only showing, you can see that, 804 hours. Some might think that's probably not true, but I'm sure in its time when this machine was built, this was probably the lap of battery, and I expect people's views were then that this one's got a cab, whereas before they never used to have a cab, or out to the wind chill and the cold. So this is probably progress in its time. Will I want to sit in one all day long nowadays? Probably not. I expect the noise would be quite intense as well, but don't see many of them around. What a weapon, what an absolute weapon. So what do we reckon to that then? Anybody on here used to drive one of those? There's his blade. I bet, yes. If you used to drive one of those, let us know. Tell us your stories. Love to hear them. Cat 775 there, having some being checked out. Look at that. Now that's a rather cool idea. Look at these magnetic barriers they put across when they're working. There's a man in there somewhere working on it. So I'm just going to look at this, back at this Finnings van here and just have a look. There's actually magnetic barriers when they're working, and they put it across. So I think it's a really cool idea, and it's certainly when these guys are working on these machines or doing appraisals on these machines, it keeps people out of the way. So another step forward in safety there. I think it's quite cool. Right, as you know, I've been to look at the machinery auction today, and I just explain a little bit perhaps that how it makes my life a lot simpler. We've been doing this buying machinery, as you know, for nearly 40 years, and in that time we've got to know some fantastic people in our industry, great, and who have become really, really good friends, and some very, very trustworthy friends, people that we trust implicitly, no problem at all. And it's quite a nice day, because where I've been to the auction today, we've looked at machines for our friends as well, so that to save them travelling all the way to Yorkshire, we will look at machines for them on their behalf. We'll evaluate them, we'll tell them what we think about it, we'll try it, whatever, drive it, try it, whatever it needs to be done. And it works extremely well, you know, we don't bid on those items. That's our friends want them, we'll leave it to them and they get on with it. But equally, tomorrow there's another auction, well, there's another auction viewing tomorrow, almost on the west coast, over, I'm going to say towards Liverpool way from here, which to me would be probably 3 hours each way to go and have a look at. So it'd be a 6-hour round trip, maybe a bit more. But a friend of mine who I've looked at stuff for today is going here tomorrow, and he'll look at stuff for me. So it's a great team effort, and it's really nice that we have these associates and friends that we can work with. And I think that's a quality that we don't always see these days anymore, where you've got the trust, the friendship that we have. So it's very nice to be able to work
with these people. Very nice to be able to do business with these people as well. So it makes the world go round. It makes life a lot easier. So I'm not going to mention who they are. There's several people that we work with and several people that we all help out each other. It means that we can cover more auctions without having to chase around the UK, keep going to all these different places. So we can still buy the same amount of stuff without having to go there, and vice versa for them as well. So rather than we all spend the day at the same auction, look at the same equipment, we can cover various different auctions. So it works very well, and we hope it carries on doing so as well. So it's just nice, and it's probably almost irrelevant to a video really, but I just felt that I'd share that bit of wisdom with you. I don't know, call it what you will, but it's good to have people to work with, that's for sure. So right, onwards.